Well, good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of the Whitfield Report special Friday night stream. I really do shows on Fridays, but I actually had a request to do a show tonight from my guest who is hopefully prepared to come on. But first of all, contact info as usual. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at somebody_NGC. Hashtag Whitfield Report. Hashtag Sam's Savages. Hashtag Savage Express. I don't know. People keep making up hashtags for this show. You can follow me on Gab and Minds at Sam Whitfield. And thesamwhitfield.com is my website, facebook.com/Whitfield Report. And of course, anchor.fm/Whitfield Report is where you can find the audio podcast. And I know that a bunch of you will be listening to this on the audio podcast as well. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And folks, my guest for tonight, once I call in, is Future Nobody, who is kind of how does one describe Future Nobody? I don't really know how to answer that. Future Nobody, the only person I know who can accurately describe Future Nobody is Future Nobody. And, so I'm going to have to call him. He wanted me to call him. And we're going to do this via Discord. So, also, shout out to Evil Eric and Zenit Ford in the chat. Zenit Ford is hashtag no pants. Ooh. And Evil Eric is saying hashtag Sammy's nipples. You wish, Evil Eric. But anyway, let me see if Future Nobody is in a better mobile zone. Because he tried calling me from Discord mobile, and it sounded like shit earlier. Like, early 2000s, like talk radio, like bad phone call quality. So, let's see what Discord, has for us. My mic should be good. I know you guys can hear me. So, this ought to be fun. And, let's see. He messaged me and said I have to postpone for a bit, so that's lovely. Let me see if he's ready to go now. So, yeah, that's great. Oh, I'm free whenever, say like, and then like, 5 minutes before I, I'm ready to hit the live button. Like, literally as I'm setting everything up, I have to postpone. So I will entertain you guys for a bit. Yeah, so earlier today I did a review of Vox Day's comic book, and it's atrocious. It's atrocious. To say the least, it's atrocious. It's just bad. And I had a video review uh, published, but I decided to take it down because I basically like read the comic, and I mean, I guess, technically, like, that could violate fair use, but Vox is like strike happy. So, but to say the least, it's not a good comic. The alt hero #1 comic is not good at all. Uh, so I'm going to like reshoot the review that I did. But yeah, that was actually a recommendation after the live stream that I did with Davey Crocco and John Arcade last week. And Davey Crocco, because I had mentioned that I like comic books, and so Davey Crocco was kind of like, well, maybe you should review, Vox's comic book. And I did. Although, for those of you who did see it, I was so bored that like I read it in like a monotone voice. Now, Eric, I spent like I bought it on Amazon Kindle and it was like 129. So in fairness, Vox got like some money, but it went through Amazon, and when it goes through Amazon, it's only a certain percentage. So I don't know. He may have gotten like 50 cents or whatever. So and I mean it's from the Whitfield report, expense account, like, somewhat. So um yeah. Um yeah, one step I think you should back. Okay, I can't do that much of Vox's comic. I can't read the whole entire series. I mean, I like you one step, but uh you don't want me to like have any more brain injury. Um so yeah, I mean, if any of you guys have been listening to the audio podcasts for the last couple weeks, you know I'm pissed off at Watchmen, the new HBO Watchmen series. Episode 2 was better than episode 1, but as I've ranted before on the audio podcast, and I'll rant here, for God's sakes, The Watchmen does not need a sequel series. It doesn't need a sequel series. Well, Jonestown Bear is here, also known as John Arcade, saying that future nobody jerking me off, with one of his orifices. Oh, jeez. So, yeah, and I did shave. And, Jonestown Bear is being disgusting, as usual. So, um, so yeah. Um, but anyway, it's already 11:15, and so you know what? I'm gonna fucking try Future Nobody at least. See if he picks up, and yes, you guys will hear the ringtone. Um, but let's just see how this goes. And okay, that was weird. Discord like just crashed on me or something. I don't know. Let's see. It says I'm connected, but I don't hear future nobody. Yeah, I'm not getting anything on my end, and, oh. That's because it's just me in the call, so that was weird. Yeah, future nobody is standing me up. Yep. Evil Eric is asking personal questions. Ba ba ba, and I mean, I have a hammer. If that's what you want to know. And oh yeah, I mean, so one step says that you know, H, how did HBO fuck that up that bad? Rorschach is literally black, and you make him the symbol of the 7th Cavalry. Well, as I explained in the audio podcast, like Rorschach from The Watchmen is basically like the pro libertarian dude. Like, question government. Like, he's kind of like the superhero version of. No, he literally is the superhero version of Alex Jones. Just like question authority and, question the government. But he's not like a neo Nazi or anything. And yet, you know, in the HBO series, it's implied that, like, Rorschach's followers, whatever, are actual neo Nazis. So it's ridiculous. And all I have to say is, future nobody is really being a huge penis right now. Uh, well, Nat Clo, and by the way, thank you for joining us, Nat Clo. Neither Johnny or I are gay. Owen's the gay one. So, and since I had no material prepped, I might have to go back. I mean, I suppose I could play videos and whatnot, and like, yeah, he's being a spur. Yeah, future nobody is being a spurg right now. So, at least Sammy looks more like the singer from Incubus now rather than Che Guevara with that gay beanie. Is that blue Turban Norstad warned us about Sam? This is my French beret from France. I actually have like a couple of hats that I could wear. I also have my uh I have the same like driving cap that Rogan had in the mid 2000s when he used to wear hats too. So, oh shit, fuck yeah, Jolly Roger is finally here in the chat. So is On Tap. I might need one of you guys to call into to join the Discord and you know, because future nobody isn't showing up. So basically, I'm trying to entertain you guys with just random thoughts in my head, and because my guest, I'm ready. I'm all ready to go, and then like 4 minutes before uh before we're ready to hit the stream, I need to postpone, and it's like, well, shit, dude, we're already counting down. I can't stop this. So, yep. So future nobody, I guess, is just being a future nobody right now. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, well, by the way, subscribe to On Tap. That's hosted by Jason and Tate. Tate and I are going to the bar, but we'll tune in for the time being. Well, lucky you guys. I'm also a little ticked because I'm sober. It's Friday night and I have no beer whatsoever. So, what a little shit future nobody. Um, yeah, I hope he's okay too. When I FaceTimed him, or no, when I tried connecting with him from Discord, he he sounded like he was going through a canyon with his cell reception. Sam, show me a fucking baseball hat, you hippie. Well, I don't have a baseball hat, but I do have a Broncos cap with me actually. Yeah, and I don't have a I don't have any beers with me. I don't have any Trump babes with me. I wished I well actually let's be honest, I wish I had both. So um and yeah, I may get some of you guys have asked, I may have one of the Trump babes back on at some point, probably around 2020 once the election gets going on. But that's the other thing. Is Trump getting impeached or not? I mean, I know that the Dems are hell bent on impeaching him, but it's not gonna happen. At least not under my watch. So so I don't have a paper route. That's future nobody that has the paper route. Okay, let me call this mofo again and see what he's up to. This is a guy you might actually see me full on spiral. So stay tuned for that. I suppose I could also get Nicole Arbor on since she's not really doing anything anymore. Uh, well, Jason, I would say Jameson if you're gonna do a shot. I mean, I'm Irish, and yeah. Sam is going to throw a brick through someone's window if they don't answer the phone. No, I'm just gonna spiral and like talk out how my connection is really strong, which it actually is. That's the amazing thing is my connection tonight is really good. But yeah, my guest just ditched on me, so yeah. Well, no, that was me that's me that was calling. I mean, well, Alan, you're here, so you're in my Discord too, and you and I have a meeting to stream, so why don't you jump in here, yo? So I'm not I'm not well. I'm not like mad, like ready to like beat a. I'm not ready to beat a dog mad or like throw beer cans at my fence mad, or even permaban people mad. Uh, I'm just ready to give future nobody a what for. So let's see. He's he's fucking hates when people like in the middle of a show. Let's see. I'm gonna I'm gonna turf his well, I mean, if you people know how to tune into the Discord, yeah, let's see. Let's see. Oh, Tate asks, hey Sam, it's Tate. Not sure if you watch Game of Thrones. Yes, I did. The ending was horrible. What do you think about the prequel House of the Dragon? I think it's. I mean, I'm hopeful that it's good. So I'm not gonna put on lipstick. I might sing a song, but no, the Game of Thrones prequel. I'm interested. Um, I'm not like hyped for it, but I'm certainly interested to see where it goes. I feel like they started to do like production on that when the series was still good. And that when Game of Thrones was still good, I mean, and then like, once season 8 turned into what it was, the ending at least, like, now they really have to turn things around. So, no, Joe. No, Johnny, you're the gay one. So, I should probably be reading the chat for the audio podcast. Let's see. Sammy, Sam. Yes, Jonestown. Sammy. Okay, yeah, I know that's my name. Let's see. But puffs are by the best parts. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna put on lipstick. You, you can do that. So, that. Why don't we get Zenit 4 to put on lipstick and sing a song? Yeah, and I don't know Fergalicious anyway, so that wouldn't be good at all. So this would be when I would have a if I actually had like a phone number, I would call people. Oh, sorry, Jonestown. Nobody, no can do. So, um, I suppose I could crash into the Gavin McGinnis uh server into their voice chat. Have I been in touch with Caden? I was in touch with Caden last year, but we haven't like done a show together or anything in a long time. Let's see. I'm I'm going to ignore Jonestown. So it's too bad we don't have amethyst in here either. So lipstick is for rookies. It's all about the semi-permanent. Well, you're uh you're not the first lady to you know I've overheard that from. Um, let's see if Alan is available. No, I'm not gonna tattoo my lips either. So let's see if Bobby is available. I know Alan is watching this, but is he available? We shall see. Well, Alan is here, but he just muted himself. Okay, now he unmuted himself. So I don't really hear anything, but I don't see Alan moving. So
There we
uh
go.
oh, hey Alan, how you doing?
Good. I had to mute the stream so we didn't get echo.
Oh, well, future nobody stiffed me. So how you do?
Yep.
How you doing tonight, Master Troll?
Doing pretty good.
Now, what's for those who don't know? I guess how would you describe yourself? Because it seems like the internet just doesn't understand what you are. Uh,
Yeah, I think troll is probably the most suitable for most audiences.
so I mean, like, you know, first you had first you had beef with Owen, and then then a certain other late night host attacked you for no apparent reason, and you know, I just feel like you've been kind of misunderstood.
Totally. Yeah.
So, uh, but obviously you have a whole bunch of more plans for videos and whatnot. You put out really great content, so
Try to make it funny, and relevant. Just
yeah,
kind of showing people's flaw. Whoever I'm showcasing their flaws.
yeah. So are those traffic videos? Are those yours, or do you just
Some of them,
find
like
those?
the one that I'm actually driving, those are all me. But well, except for the sky driving, that one I took from a YouTube video and added, audio of a biplane over it.
Yeah, well, you're going to skydive into Ursa Manor. Um, how did you come up with that whole concept for the driving to Ursa Manor?
It,
Uh,
uh, it was actually by the guy that stiffed tonight, Future Nobody. He did like a video of it. That was like it was up for a day, and it wasn't even like a whole video saying that he was going there. He just mentioned it in part of the video, like as a joke. And of course, the bears like went crazy on him and like said they're gonna find out where he lives and this and that. And so that's where I got the idea, and I was like, okay, I can commit to this and pull it off.
wow, it sure started an uprising of sorts. I guess I did not expect so many people to react the way they did. I mean, I kind of overreacted to it at first, but not the way that certain people did, for sure.
Yeah, well, I think it was mentioned before, like, it was designed off of Owen's lies and like to target narcissists, but I didn't realize how broad of a scope that was going to entail.
Yeah, well, we I certainly didn't count on it going that far. Um, I mean, when I met you, we were just in the unbearable Facebook group together, and like you joined right as the stuff was going down. So like you became part of the dissident bears before dissident bears were even a thing. So
Exactly. I got grouped in with whatever was going on before I was ever actually in it. Like,
so let's see. Someone in the comments. Alan Powell, just a gypsy sightseeing, kind-hearted guy who wanted to sit and have tea with Owen. Then the Bears actually stalked him on a gag. Priceless, really. Now I understand the gun collection. Well, you know, the gun collection is pretty cool. It is actually pretty cool too. You have a whole bunch of characters too, like Russian Alan, I guess.
yeah, Vladimir.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, Vladimir. So, do you do do you do comedy professionally or just you know on YouTube?
Uh, I've always been a fan of comedy, and it just spills over into YouTube. But that's you know, I think that's the only real way to get away with things nowadays. Because if you just come out and say like, cite FBI statistics, crime statistics, people will flip out. But if you make it into a joke, they're like, okay, this is kind of tolerable.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, politics has become a complete joke. So I mean, that's kind of how my show has evolved too. So let's see. Um, what What else? I know that you and I know that you and Naklo have done a couple streams together on Unbleached. Or did you go on Unbleached or
I haven't yet. Just David Walsh.
oh well I know that David's been on there and that Naklo's been on there. I don't even know who half these streamers are most of the time. So
Yeah. Well, I actually found out Unbleached from watching Nightwaves, so that's his own fault if he's complaining about it.
eh, well, who knows? The internet is it's a weird place to put it lightly. So
Yeah, it's like a perpetual high school lunch.
oh, look at who finally wants to join in. It's fun. Oh, oh shit, did I hang up on him? I think I hung up on him.
Yo,
Oh,
chicka
yo.
chicka chicka. Dude, I've been at the gas station for the last 40 minutes because my diesel card messed up.
Uh-huh.
Jesus, dude. Like, that was frustrating.
So that's your excuse then. I
Yeah.
see.
I wish you were in my spot.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm still driving. I'm driving back to the house, dude. I got like 2 hours to drive.
oh jeez.
Down in Texas, we drive diesels, bro.
Well, you finally showed up. So let me. So Alan and I were just having a chat. Let me see if I can add him back into this stream.
Are you on YouTube?
I've been on YouTube and I'm doing the phone call via Discord. So
No,
about
it's live. YouTube is live right now.
yeah, dude. I told you.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't look at YouTube and look at GPS and everything at the same time.
Yeah, I know, but I told you that we were going live at like 11 at least East Coast, and now it's like 11:40. So
Oh yeah. Apologies. Yeah, I just had the worst time just a while ago.
it's okay. well, let me see if I can.
You have to edit it out, bro. Am I choppy?
No, you're good now. You were choppy when I called you pre-show though. So
Yeah, yeah, that was another problem.
anyway, you're the one who wanted to come on here. So how have you been?
Oh, oh, sorry. I just wanted to see what you guys were up to. I haven't spoke to y'all in a while. I get in the Discord every now and then.
Yeah, we're gonna add Alan back to the call Jonestown. Don't you worry. Jonestown there has been acting gay for the last hour. So
Yeah. Johnny Sarushi.
I'm adding you back to the call. So if I can, yeah.
So I guess I'll talk. So, but I haven't really been keeping up with stuff lately. But I watched. I think Johnny Arcade talked to David Crocco. You, him, and Johnny talking to. Well, you, him, and David talking to.
Okay, I know that like one of us is here. So
Future nobody, it's your Jewish mother.
maybe future nobody needs to swap calls. So uh
He hung up on his mother?
uh yeah, he hung up on his mother, I guess.
Oh, just wait till his father hears out about this one. I've always been telling him since he was a little boy. Talk to your mother.
Alan Powell, my baby boy, dude. What's up, dude?
Future nobody, it's your mother. Why haven't you called?
You
How's
just
it going?
don't do what you used to do. I don't go by Future Nobody no more. I go by my real name, dude. It's Colton Whitehead. I just doxed myself. Oh well. Hey, only bad guys hide behind pseudonyms, dude. That's what I gotta say. That's how I see it now.
Well, I've always used my real name since like the beginning of this.
So that's it. Like, if my real name is Colton Whitehead, Johnny Arcade, what are you hiding about? No, he already people know his name.
Yeah, people unfortunately already know Johnny's name. But yeah.
But yeah, I
So
was saying earlier. I watched you. I watched Sam. John. Let my GPS roll. I watched Sam, Johnny, and Davey Crocco, which I never cared too much about Davey Crocco. I never watched his stuff, but I watched y'all talk about Owen. It's pretty, dude. Like as much as I really don't care about the Owen stuff. Can you hear that?
yeah, it sounds like you're in.
That's amazing, bro. I'm going to Owen's house right now.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're gonna drop off a body in the middle of the desert or something.
Oh, dude, I'm in the middle. I'm definitely in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to Amy's house right now because she sent me some news in the DM, and Owen's out of town. You know, she said she wants a dark-looking guy with a black beard, and I'm like, let's do it.
That does sound like Amy.
Nah, but for anybody who thinks I disappeared, I didn't really disappear. Me and Alan Power are gonna start co-opting together.
Co-opting? What does that
Yeah,
mean?
we're gonna be some assassins, some meme assassins.
Well, I mean, you do draw some pretty good art. I will say that, Colton. Not as good as Evil Eric, but you know, pretty good.
Evil Eric's a real graphic designer. I'm not. All I do is play with that Procreate. Evil Eric probably knows about that. just the Apple Pen and the Procreate on the
Oh,
tablet.
oh yeah,
That's how.
I have Procreate on my iPad too.
Yeah, that's how I made Alan Powell's thing. It wasn't nothing
So,
crazy.
Yeah, you
But
will
yeah,
when I
man,
prove you did something different.
what's been going on with the Owen Benjamin stuff? I don't really look at it.
I don't really look at it that much either. Just same old stuff. He's just acting ridiculous, as always.
Well,
He's trying to.
Johnny's still doing a good job as showing that he's a liar.
I I read Vox's crappy comic book today, though, and boy, is it bad.
The fact that you read it or even mentioned Vox, I'm kind of worried about you. Are you doing all right? Are
Yeah,
you doing good?
I'm doing fine. I mean,
Need me to take you on a stroll out here in the woods?
well, I mean, now that you mention it, you've got some pretty cute women out there in Texas. So if you're
We got
offering,
we got some cute guys too.
well, that might
Alan
be
like
in Johnny's neck of the woods, but no, I've met some pretty cute women in Dallas before, but yeah.
yeah. But the reason I wanted to come on was to like kind of be talk about some real stuff with about the Owen situation and like kind of, I know we're always like joking around and stuff, but like trying to bring some seriousness to it, man. But Sam, you and Alan know, and Johnny in the Discord, I made my Instagram, which is still up, and a lot of the bears, a lot of the bears start following me again, and they didn't. Some of them, there's like a new generation of bears. It's not like the older people that a year ago, just a year ago. I don't recognize the people now, and like I started talking to them, and I was telling y'all, I'm like, I'm getting the inside scoop, guys. uh, but they like the screenshots I showed y'all, man. It's crazy how I had that one girl. What's her name? Something bear. Of course, it's something bear. But she was saying like, I think you're just piling on. All your main videos are pretty much piling on all the heartache that Owen's going through. He's lost everything. He's lost everything. I'm like, lady, you want me to feel bad about this celebrity who has way more money than I do, or you, or any of us, and he just milks super chats and milks money constantly. You want me to feel bad because he doesn't have a PayPal, and I made a meme about him not having a PayPal anymore? What? Like, they never getting crazy, and Alan had to come in on one of the comments and back me up because they don't understand. All right, you're following these new Owen fans. They're not following Owen because he's a comedian or an ex-comedian. They're following Owen because they see him as a leader. Like, they're a father figure to this dude, and they think he's preaching truth. Every time I see him, they're like, "Oh, Big Bear! Oh, Big Bear's he's the father of truth. He's a truth seeker." I'm like, he's not though. And like, it's not about comedy for them. So when I've made parodies or the supercuts, like they were getting really mad and like cynical about it, dude. Like, start threatening you again. I'm like, you do know you follow a comedian, right? Quote unquote. I don't know. It's wild, dude.
Yeah,
Any thoughts?
it really is wild. I mean, look, like I've had listeners who like don't know what's up with Owen be like, why are you fixated with Owen? And it's not really even that like I'm fixated with him. It's more like like I just you know I followed him for like a brief time. Then he blamed my friends for, shit that they didn't do. And,
Well, I'm still on the fence about Johnny. I'm sure Johnny probably sent some gummies, knowing how to sick bastard.
Well, I mean,
Sent me some gummies. I know that. Some gummy socks. I was like, what am I supposed
well,
to do?
I'm sure that I'm sure that Johnny sent you. I'm sure that Johnny sent you something, but it probably wasn't poisonous. So,
He sent me his panties that he wears. But yeah. Another thing was like they were saying I was slandering Owen. You're slandering. There's no wonder he called you out. You're slandering him. I'm like, dude, I don't think you understand satire or parody or just comedy. Like I said, these new bears, I think they're the. Johnny talked about how Connington is like under. He's like the main guy flagging videos. I'm pretty sure he is. But these new fans of his, like they're even more like kind of psycho fans. Like they're a little more crazier. And my channel, the last channel I just had, like it got hit. I only had 20 subs, dude, and it was getting hit so fast. Boom, 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 boom. Like somebody was age restrictions, flag. I was on 2 violations, and I only had 3 videos, dude. Like they're on it. They're watching you. It's like David Crocco and others said. Owen claims like he doesn't care about the Revenge of the Sith guys anymore, but he's watching it. He's subscribed to Alan Powell. He's watching Alan.
Pretty
well,
sure he watches ROTC religiously, if not Nightwave, because he mirrors what Mersh says like the day after, but like
Yeah.
with the Owen spin. Either that, or they're just that much alike that they're on the same resonance.
Well, the thing about ROTC, they can. I pray for those guys, man. That's why I want to say. Like I told you guys, I'm going to Bible school. This it's called Faith Institute pretty soon because like that was the problem with me making memes and all that. Like I came from a Christian background and my buddy, my best friend is actually a pastor, and I would always talk to him about making the parodies and the memes. I know they were in good jest, but sometimes I would make them like I would say stuff, make them say stuff that I was like, I don't even like doing that, just for my own spiritual reasons. But
well, well,
I started
sure.
looking at my stuff, and that's why I was saying it was vexing to me. It was like getting exhausting. It was like, man, I'm spending more time on Owen than I'm spending like in the Bible or something that has more relevancy to life. And it wasn't Owen. And I tried to give it up, and I wanted to come back because I seen you guys were. I seen like he starts attacking you guys, and RLTC starts attacking Alan, and I'm like, well, I can't let that happen. You know what I mean? Like that's stupid because I'm not an ROTC fan at all anymore. And Merch is definitely shown his true side, his Owen side. This guy who he claims to hate, but he's like, you just know it. It's like, dude, you're all about the money, and he claims everyone's a bear who hates him. Like, dude, you are a bear. You act just like him. You act just like the ringleader.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really only have beef with Owen, for the. I mean, and I
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys don't have to agree with me. That's the best thing about it. We don't have to agree on anything. We can still be friends. But the thing about it is, I got sick of is the tribalistic attitudes on both sides. Like, say you like Mersh and I don't like Mersh. I don't agree with Mersh. I don't hate Mersh. I just don't. I dislike Mersh. Uh, if you like him and I don't, me and you can still be buds, right? We can still be friends. We can still have a hangout. We can still talk like this. But the fans would think, oh, you can't do that. And that's when it gets ridiculous. And that's when you're like, let's pump the brakes and let me pull out of this thing. This isn't for me. You know what I mean? And y'all see me do it, be wishy-washy about it. I'm like, oh, should I come back? Every time I come back, I'm like, nah, I shouldn't. I shouldn't have. It's like now the second time was shame on me.
well, I mean, from my perspective at least, this is what's kind of weird. Is like when I joined the Bears, like I I joined the Bears not really because like I was into like Owen's whole bear culture. I was into it
Yeah.
more because like there were other like conservative like slash libertarian types who were like creative people who were into like doing artwork and like media production, and there were some other podcasters out there. Obviously, there was Johnny and Zenit Ford and Gabe and Nerai and the original Danger Zone people, and then the whole roast battle between Neri and Nimmer happened, and like the interesting thing of it was there were like bears who were trying to like get me to take sides with Owen and Nimmer, but like I had spent like a lot more time with the DZ guys, and like I knew that they were good guys, so I was kind of like, nah, this group isn't for me anymore. And then we
Yeah,
left
this
we left and did our own thing, and then like as soon as the gummy thing happened, like we hadn't done anything, and then the next thing I know, like the bears were like trying to you know were trying to like brigade all our YouTube channels. They were trying to shut down my podcast on
right.
iTunes and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's right. Well, yeah, yeah, man. Like when I was a bear, quote unquote, Kiwi bear. She gave me the bear title, whatever. But man, all I ever heard was bad things about DZ, and and I'm grateful that I kind of opened my own eyes because I always marched to my own drum. Even though I was doing the parodies, I was like, I don't agree with Owen a lot of stuff. I just thought he was just funny to make parodies about because he was just outrageous. And then when you get into the politics and all that, and you find out people are kind of crazy, and people, if you don't say bear right or you do bear quotations, people get pissed off and they DM you, say really odd stuff. And like I said, these people I thought they were cool, they were down in danger zone. And I'm like, well, who is danger zone? And and I will see like like Alan Powell too. Like I didn't like Alan Powell at first, but now I know that me and Alan Powell got more in common than I have any bear, and I'm cooler with Alan than any of them actually. But yeah, dude, I'm glad I met Johnny, you, and all that. Cause you guys are way more like, cooler as people. Any bear I've met, because I just want to tear your throats down. Like, see, we can disagree and we'd be like, huh, yeah, all right. But a bear just like you spend an hour debating. You're like, finally, you got to quit messaging them, and then they think they got one over on you because you quit messaging them. But in reality, you just got tired of responding. But that's how they see it. That's how Owen sees everything. Oh, I got one on everybody. So
Yeah, I mean it's kind of insane. Like I will say this. I do think the fact that like Mersch was hard. I think he was harsh on Allen, and I think I think
yeah,
he overreacted. But like I said, my beef isn't with the ROTC community, and like a few people over
well, one
there
thing, yeah,
a few people over there were also like trying to like like get me to turn on, or not really, I guess, like force me, but they were like trying to tell me that Nat Clo was like a bad guy, when like honestly Nat Clo, like, to be honest, I don't like really know Nat Clo, but Nat Clo's always been like respectful in my chats, and so when that whole fiasco was going on, I'm kind of like, well, I don't really have a I don't really have a dog in this fight, so
right.
like that's the odd thing about like streaming too, is like it seems like a lot of these
Well,
internet streaming wars are like based off of like stupid beefs.
well, that's
So
the thing. Like, you don't go in there. You don't go into a stream, or you don't go to make like when I was doing the parodies. let's have fun with this. You don't. I didn't go. Hey, let me try to get in everybody's camps and let me be a casualty of this war that I have no idea what's going on. But like Mersh and them, they brought that drama to me. Mersh was the one who brought the drama to me, and for me to get out of everybody's hair, I had to do some work for Mersh. It was like, all right, well, let me do some work parody for Mersh, and then I can just cool everything out. I was trying to be the nice guy, be neutral. And then I take it down, and it's like, I made it for you, guy. You download it, you keep it. I can take it off my channel, but the moment I take it off my channel, oh, he's a traitor. Like, I'm already a traitor to the Bears, so now I'm a traitor to Merch. And then it's like, I'm just here to. I thought I was trying to make you happy and make you happy. And then, like, you just end up being a casualty to this nonsense matter about. It doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to sleep good because I'm not going to. Because it truly don't matter. But it starts getting to you for some reason. And it's like becomes vexing, and that's what I was saying. And then it's like, I don't want to be around this anymore. I don't care like if I was like a decent meme maker, supercut guy, and you can be one of the best or whatever, and just drop out because it's like the labor of love was gone, dude. But I still like doing it sometimes. I mean, I try to stay real far away, but I'll see what Johnny and them say. And it exposed Owen. Like, y'all doing great. Johnny's doing really good about exposing how crappy, how contradicting Owen is. Yep. I mean, he just is. And what I want to do now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what I want to do now is like focus on. People need to focus more on the fact that Owen is claiming Chris Long, which is highly heretical. Like, as a Christian, and most of those bears claim to be Christians. I sent y'all a picture where, all right, all these bears have in their idea that the Jew is the mass, the face of terrorism. They're behind everything. That's not true. And most of those bears have crusader helmets. They all wear this Roman Catholic assassin attire. Like, they have these logos that show crusaders. Crusaders killed Christians. They killed real Bible-believing Christians out of the sake of Catholicism. And, like, you guys are literally wearing that on your chest. You're claiming to be against Israel. If you know what a papal court Jew is, that's a papacy. Like, Rome, no one has more power than Rome and the Vatican. That's why you see most of, like, Hitler was with the Pope. You see images with him. You see George Bush. He even called the Iraq War a crusade. I honestly believe that, like, if I want to talk conspiracy, that any nation has to go through the Vatican, really, to get, like, full support on anything. And the Jews are, like, a face to it. And the Bible talks about, like, if you curse Israel, God will blind you. And that's what Owen's blind anyway. He's cursed Israel so much that, I mean, he's now preaching Muslim stuff. His people are eating it up. You know how many quote-unquote Christians I've seen in comments say, oh, Owen showed, now I'm, like, Muslim. And it was like a 14-year-old. I'm like, are you serious? And, like, you have Christians calling Jesus from the Quran the prophet or whatever. Like, dude, he's a false teacher, dude. And that's like, if you can't see the Wolfie doctrine that he preaches or even talks about, but he sprinkles a little bit of truth on it. So he's red pilled, guys. He's red pilled. If you think the Jews run the world and you call yourself red pilled, I think you're way behind.
Yeah, well, the thing with it is like Owen is just trying to, like, get on whatever bandwagon he can, right? So, like, when he first got popular, he went over to, like, Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire and, was, like, trying to get in with their club. then he went on to Joe Rogan and was like trying to like befriend Joe Rogan. But like in the meantime, he kept doing like, really stupid stuff like saying, the N word endlessly on Twitter. And like
Yeah.
and like, I know that like not everyone's a fan of Joe Rogan, that's fine, but I still am a huge Joe Rogan fan, and like Joe Rogan
I,
in a very polite way told Owen to knock it off, and Owen didn't, so Rogan had to distance himself, and then, next thing you know, it's like Joe Rogan is a sodomite, dumpster pumper, and then, he moved on to and then he
which is
moved,
slander.
yeah, I mean,
Owen has slandered everybody, but his bears claim that we slander him. Alan Powell slanders him. Johnny Arcade slanders him. I slander him for making satire. When Owen's actually calling people gay, trannies, this and that, and there's no proof of that.
not only that, but Owen has also said that people need to die too. I mean, like,
Yeah.
he might have said that like spur of the moment, but like he definitely has said that before, and like, I've never heard like a big streamer, call for like, people to die, or anyone with like any sort of like public presence that is smart at least. So, and I mean, basically he's butthurt that he's not famous anymore, and now he's just like trying to burn down everyone who, was like, I guess once supporting him. And I mean, people out always ask why still cover Owen, and it's just because like, like this is a guy who people still think, is like a conservative somewhat, and he's not, clearly. So so Jonestown in the chat says I I slander him with his own words. Yeah, well, isn't that's not slander, jo- Jonestown Bear?
It's not slander if it's true.
Yeah. So, did we lose Colton, or I don't know.
I don't hear the driving sounds anymore, so I think so.
One of Owen's bears must have done like a drive-by or something while we weren't paying attention. So,
I-57 is known for its accuracy. Just saying. Owen does have that night scope.
supposedly he does.
Allegedly, yeah.
We don't know if he knows.
Definitely.
We don't know if he knows how to use it though. That's the
Oh
thing.
yeah, it's definitely not zeroed.
And yeah, we just heard the hang up thing, so obviously we got disconnected from Future Nobody. But anyway, Fat Keck Boy sent in a $5 donation via Streamlabs, and I am trying to find. Okay, message history. Okay, Fat Keck Boy wrote, congratulations on getting 500 subs, Sam. Here's 500 cents. Thank you, Fat Keck Boy. 07. I mean, yeah, so in all fairness, it may seem like I cover Owen a lot, but it I mean, I've been talking a lot about movies and whatnot, so far as like and like, non-political stuff. So, um, you know, there's that. So, we really did lose Future Nobody. So,
Probably drove into a dead zone.
yeah, well, it is Texas. The UFOs, well, no, Area 51 is in New Mexico, but still, there have been paranormal sightings in Texas too. Alan, let me ask you this. This is going to be a real random question. What do you think of Kanye West's new gig?
I haven't heard of. I heard he did something, but I didn't actually care enough to look into it. What's going on?
Kanye West is now like a born again Christian, and this is like after
Uh-huh.
this is like 15 years. This is like after 15 years of like being like basically the most rappiest of all the rappers out there. So I guess
That's interesting. It's probably the next step in his Illuminati training.
could be. Well, he could be starting a cult. I guess Owen also claims that like Kanye is now a Christian because he watches Owen. Just like
Oh yeah, I should have thought about that. That's totally what it is.
just like Owen claims that Tucker Carlson watches
He
him.
took that. That I also got to side with Owen. Unfortunately, he said unauthorized once on his stream. How can you deny that?
I mean, who knows? Who knows? Trump even watches him. So
Yeah, Owens. Literally, I'm pretty sure like the corporate elite of like all companies and like the Illuminati all watch Owen because they're worried about him actually taking him down.
well, probably, or they just need a scapegoat. And Apex Gamma, I am nice. I am nice to Texas. I love Texas. Like I said, specifically, I love the women from Texas, and other things too. Your Texas barbecue is great too, and the fact that it's still somewhat of a bastion of conservative. Let's see. Um. So, any more road trip plans, Alan Pal?
Well, I was halfway to Teddy Spaghetti's, and then he told me to turn around, so that kind of foiled my showing up unannounced plans. I may be making a trip to Florida for undisclosed reasons. Um, who knows what pops up,
So
Future's
what?
very bright.
So wait, you're coming to visit me now, or
You're in Florida?
yeah?
That's always a possibility.
Um. Yeah. Well, if you need help on your Florida mission, come pick me up and we'll road trip together. So
Awesome.
um, Evil Eric, to answer your question, Sam, name one place you don't like the women. Colorado. Easy. New York. Don't like them much there either. Uh, California is okay. Meh. I mean, there are some specific women I like from California, but generally I don't. Let's see. Uh, yeah, Texas is. Well, I mean, Florida is like the second greatest nation within this nation, I think. So, um, but yeah, so for those of you just tuning in now, Colton has died, I guess. Since we haven't heard from him in a while, he might be dead for all we know. Alan might,
I've already died, so
well, I thought Apex rose you from the dead, and then so you died again.
no, I was mentioning that the whole Lazarus Pit operation.
So that's why you're coming to Florida. So that's probably all. That's probably also why Owen was in Epcot. So Um,
I'd be going to that flat Earth convention.
yeah. Um, yeah. Well. Oh. Oh shit! Is that where the flat Earth can? Oh well. Well, of course it's here. Why am I surprised?
Homeland.
Oh, for the love of. Okay, like I said, I'm not a native of here. I came here from Colorado. Uh, but I certainly understand the all the Florida man jokes. So, um, yeah, Jolly, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, dude. You're not. I'm not letting you cancel you. I'm not letting you cancel yourself. You shit posting pirate. You still have way too much to do. So, uh, but yeah, Alan, I guess I'll see you at the Flat Earth conference then if you're coming to if you're coming here for that. So, um,
Hopefully, I can talk my way into being a speaker
well, I mean, you probably knowing you probably can. You are the master troll, so you will
until I
troll.
drop the moon as a lens info. That'll blow their mind.
Well, as soon as I bring up the fact that Owen's favorite album is allegedly Dark Side of the Moon, um, they're probably gonna lose their shit once they find that out. So,
Oh, I hope there's a Q&A section at the Flat Earth conference. Because is Owen going to be a speaker there, or is he just going to go?
he's going to be the stand-up comedian. So,
Probably be like the father's thing with JLP, where they didn't actually get to ask him any questions.
yeah, like I guess I was watching ROTC the other day, and I guess they went onto the Flat Earth website, and he's like the main feature on like their front webpage. Like he's the hot guest that everyone is like coming for, which that
That's a lot.
shows how much clout the Flat Earth movement has these days. So.
I'm starting to really think he's a disinfo agent, even if he's not, knowing of it.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I part of me is still convinced that he could be doing this whole entire thing as like an elaborate, sick joke. I mean, I don't know what to think anymore. So,
That'd be one hell of a joke and one hell of a commitment to it.
I know is that like Owen's madness is the least of our, I wouldn't really say it's a problem, but I mean, I guess the Dems are moving ahead with impeachment now. So,
It shows
uh,
that they're very inconfident with the 2020 election if they're trying to impeach him like months before he's due to be out or whatever. By the
yeah.
time that goes through,
Yeah, I mean, they're not confident at all. I mean, right before I started the stream, I saw that Beto O'Rourke was, you know, dropping out,
oh,
which
awesome!
that's a relief that, college guitar guy is dropping out. So,
Yeah, the
um,
one that openly planned to undermine the Constitution.
yeah, I don't think your friend Vlad would like that very much. So,
Oh, we have special treatment for politicians like that in Russia.
uh, yeah, I mean, I don't think you or Vlad would like any of these. Well, Vlad might like Bernie Sanders, but that's about it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he's
Um.
a big fan of socialism anymore.
Oh, yeah. Well.
He killed my baby with shotgun blast to face.
So
It is good for food population.
yeah. So that's like one of these right wing Russians that like emigrated to America and became like a total conservative. I guess. So
Exactly. Yeah.
kind of
There's
like.
very few of them, but they're really awesome.
Oh, I know that there are some of them here in Florida. What's even funnier is when you meet Cubans who are conservative. So
Seems like the people that actually come from these, second to third world countries, like they're mostly conservative when they get here. And if they come legally, then if they come illegally, then they're pretty much Democrat for life and
yep,
after death.
yep, totally. Especially in the after death part. Oh, did Owen kidnap you, Colton, and take you behind a dumpster?
Dude, never move.
Boy, this really is like early 2000s talk radio. Bad phone calls and everything.
Welcome to Coast AM.
It literally is coast to coast.
Technically, yeah, actually, California to
And
Florida, and we lost Colton again. The Bears killed him again.
yeah, or Bob Lazar kidnapped him. So one of the two.
It was the spirit of Art Bell.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
No, Jolly, don't spell it. So, um, yeah, yeah. Colton's dead. Colton's dead. So press FAGGOT in the chat. Um,
As soon as he gave his real name, they zeroed in on his location and sent a drone strike after him.
yep, Owen. So that's where all of Owen's money has gone. Then is you know, drone strikes. So,
There's a reason we haven't heard from Nimmer in a while. Just saying.
um,
There's like, oh my god, he has Nimmer locked in his basement.
that's Island. That's Island Bear.
Yeah.
So, um, or
Now that's a comic book.
oh yeah, that is a comic book. Probably not Jen is here, so she survived the dungeon somehow, I guess. So, um,
I wonder if Owen's trying to make Ursa Man into his own Epstein Island.
you know, at this point, like, that very well could be the case.
Really getting there. He has an awful odd number of sheds for one man.
Yeah, Apex, if you want to come on, I'll add you to the call since Colton's dead. Um, so yeah, like I said, R.I.P. Colton Whitehead. We hardly knew you under your real name, so I know Apex will have a bunch of things to say about that. So Um, this is fun doing calls via Discord too.
Rest in peace, Colton Whitehead.
Clever. Yes, a moment of silence for Colton Whitehead. So,
Served us well. He gave us memes to laugh at, funny videos, supercuts. He was taken from us too soon. Here's to you, Colton. I
yeah,
think that was enough to your response.
yep. I'm sorry. We mispronounced the name. Johnny fixed it. It's Colton Whitecock.
Oh my.
So, speaking of gammas, we have the Apex Gamma in the house now. So
What's up, dude? Guys,
Oh.
now
that
we
one.
Yo.
Good evening.
now we have Apex Gamma and the hero among cowards on the show. All in
That's
the
right.
all in the same stream. So
So, what am I supposed to have a lot of things to say about?
whatever, dude. It's free for all Friday slash Saturday.
Oh,
So
well, you just said you were like, oh, Apex will have a lot of things, something, and I missed what it was. I was supposed to have a lot of things to say about. So,
just in I thought you know just in general. I mean,
I do I do have a lot of things to say about a
sure.
lot of things, but surely most people don't want to hear them. But um, again, I'm just happy to be here
Happy.
and graced by the hero among cowards presence also among Sam, who I'm always pleased to be with.
Well, we're happy to have you. We're happy to have you aboard. You've kind of, I mean, Johnny is Johnny, obviously, but you've soared too as far as the clipping of Owen's maniacal stuff goes. So what's your kind of take on this as kind of the semi noob to all of this? So
Well, right. So it's kind of funny the way that the way that things work, but I've been actually been catching up on some of the craziness as of late because of misfortune in my own life. Um, but it's just it's been a difficult uphill battle just in the real world. So
yeah,
I've it's been hard to pay attention to much of anything else. So I've been catching up, and it, it's just it makes me feel um, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But the craziness makes me happy. Out of Owen, I like what I'm seeing, to be honest with you, because it's the end goal sort of hoped for in the long run. I mean, initially I wanted to try and help people see the bullshit, and I still hope to. I mean, but I just don't think at this point that there's anybody left with a whole lot of brain cells among a group, much less an individual, that are following him. So I would like to see at least an example made out of him for the greater internet. Maybe he could be infamous at our at at our efforts, combined efforts, at his own efforts. Really, it's his own doing. We're just helping point it out. I'm just trying to help point it out.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting to me is I went from covering like politics, like strictly on the show, to then, like trying to call out the alt right and the far left equally because in my mind they're both bad. And this Owen guy like flew under the radar completely, and then he didn't. So that was how I started calling him out. And yeah, it's become a train ride. Well, depending on how you look at it, it's been a train ride and a train wreck. Uh, you know, so
Yeah.
um,
Well, I mean, I've to be honest with you, my I'm several weeks into some of the worst grief that I've ever experienced, and I
yeah,
mean, we all have to deal with it. It's part of life, but it's the ones you don't expect, and especially the ones closest that you don't expect. But I've also, been inspired in many ways, and you know, it's one of the things that I'll just my little brother actually passed away, but one of the things that he inspired me to do throughout our entire life is just laugh. We laughed a lot, and he was actually on board with an idea that we had to do this like redneck reviews, where we would watch Owen clips and do basically what I do now, but like two different characters and different like really fucking like damn old, you know, inbred redneck voices. But one of us would be Logic, and the other would be, sympathetic to Owen's causes. Like we would basically, it's hard to explain, I guess, but
I
it was
get
just a
it.
really funny. It was a really funny idea we had. He was. We're gonna make a second channel, an Apex Gamma Junior channel, that he was gonna do his own thing. Um, but yeah. I mean, that's all. Whatever. But the whole point is like, it's just kind of been after the grief. It's been inspiring. There's been inspiration in there for many things, among trying my best to make fun of a person that I enjoy laughing at, which is Owen Benjamin, who does a really, I have to give him credit in one respect. He is really fun to laugh at, man. He's
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, and
I no, I wasn't trying to bring the show down with that. We're
no,
several weeks in. It's post grief, but it's still grief, and I appreciate it. But it's again, I wasn't trying to drag
no,
the show
no,
down.
no, man. You're not bringing the show down at all. You know, I've lost a few people in my life. Not like real recently, but um, like 2.5 years ago, my uncle died from alcohol from alcoholism. He died from cirrhosis of the liver, and my uncle was, instead of being like a mean and nasty drunk, he was always one of these he was always one of these people that was just always kind to people and just a really good guy. But then when he got drunk, he was also like the happy drunk too, which is what made his you know like it made losing him hard. But that was also kind of why it became harder for me to watch Owen in the last year, because I mean he started drinking too, um, a lot. And like back when I still semi cared for Owen, I was like, I hope this guy stops drinking for the sake of his kids, at the very least. And
Right.
I don't know if he has, and at this point, I don't really I mean, I don't want to say I don't care, but at this point, he doesn't like any of us. So, um, you know, I just ultimately I just wish Owen could act more normal and not be so spiteful of everyone. So, you know.
Well, when I first started watching Owen, that's the thing is like I was attracted to uh like a pretty rational comedian. Like he was fairly comedic and just like a normal dude. He was not in the house he is in now. He used to sit in front of a window with his fucking glasses on most of the time, and he always streamed in the morning. And he mostly looked at memes and played fucking parody songs, and it was like it was totally different. I started watching Owen. I 2 or 3 months before the Joe Rogan apology that he posted, that I reposted. Um, and like it's just been an incredible it's been an incredible thing to watch from the perspective that I've had as an initial fan and like trying to defend his actions internally initially when it came to some of the red flags that I saw personally before, because I don't have any social media. I have the Twitter account that's attached to my Apex Gamma YouTube account, and that's it. I mean, anybody that talks to me. Well, I guess on Discord. That's the one thing I do have, or via phone calls or text messages. So, um, kind of a boomer.
Yep.
But dude, I'm so stunned. But I forgot what I was saying.
No,
um,
no, that's okay.
what was I saying? Um, it was important. I was making a point.
You were saying something.
Um,
You were saying something about like Owen made you laugh, and then he made you cry, and then something like or
I don't.
some.
I don't think I said that. But
That's kind of I translated it because Owen made he never made me cry, but he just made me like really pissed off once he like slandered Johnny and whatnot. So
that's what. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. He didn't make me. That was brutal. No, like it, I had my own suspicions, uh, or my own red flags as happened, and the gummy incident was the turning point for me. That's when you know, I couldn't. I mean, I won't say that it happened immediately, but it within I'd say a week or I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, because I didn't watch every single day, but I mostly did. He was basically the only person I really did watch at the time. Um, and like just watching the chat and then the bannings when the bannings first started, it all became clear very quickly. And then Johnny's videos started showing up in my feed. Thank the YouTube algorithm for that. Um, and the rest is fucking history. I, I, you know, it all became clear once. I mean, in Johnny's original channel, he had a fucking like I don't remember how long it was, but it was pretty long live stream of him breaking down all evidence and shit. And it was like after seeing it from the side that I originally saw it from months prior, which again it wasn't that detailed, but seeing it as detailed as I saw it from the other side made a lot of connected a lot of dots in that because again I don't care enough to like really look into this shit. I don't go on Reddit. I don't have any social media. Um, so Owen was like an anomaly. I don't really watch anything on the internet. I watch some YouTube videos. I have for years, just random ones like anybody. But yeah, I mean, he didn't. I won't say he made me cry. He made me angry, mostly with myself that I could be tricked by somebody so fucking stupid. Made me feel really stupid. Uh, but other than that, no. I mean, it's been a journey of laughter mostly.
Oh, it has, and for what it's worth, I'm glad to have you aboard the Savage Express. So I'm glad that although you might not watch much, I'm glad you watch my stream. Um, and I mean, I guess it's interesting for me too because the one thing that Owen has like I guess really shown me kind of in an ironic way um, is like I started this out as like a political podcast and the like between the never Trump conservatives kind of coming after me and then this whole Owen thing I still do politics but I also now do like more movies and comedy reviews and like I'm not trying to say that I'm well you know what actually screw that I am better than Owen as far as content goes uh, I mean basically I'm just trying to do kind of what Owen used to do which is just try and like put on like a fun stream slash podcast for people and like
Yeah, entertain, right? Be entertaining and informative and entertaining.
yeah, so um, so in a way, like in a bizarre way, Owen kind of did direct me, to the path I'm on now. So and I stole all of his best audience, uh, slash joke
Every,
writers. So
everybody with a brain, right?
yep. So yep, and
Alan, Alan, how's your how you holding up, man?
Nothing to complain
What was
about.
that?
Just
Oh,
good. Got nothing to complain about.
so
oh good.
yeah.
I
My,
mean, you were a corpse. You were a corpse at one point. I'm just,
Yeah. Well, I actually
I
feel
never.
better than ever. It's just this bloodlust that comes around like every full moon.
Oh
But
shit!
I normally
They
end up
told.
having that taken care of in one way or another.
Oh, dude, that fucking priest told me to be careful of that. So I should. I mean, he told me to keep like a physical eye on you. But
Comes
you
with the
know what?
territory.
I trust you. I trusted you enough to just let you go. So just don't end up a serial killer, and we'll be good.
You're saying don't get caught for being a serial killer.
That's what I meant, actually.
Out and clear.
well, I don't think Allied is a serial killer. I know that he's a serial memer. I know that he's a
Absolutely. But listen, he's a reanimated. I have no idea what's going to happen. Just
Have you ever seen one horror movie where a reanimated corpse was just normal?
no.
no.
But I mean, I care about Ellen. That's why he's reanimated. So that's why this conversation is being had. He's
Yeah.
my oldest friend that I've never met.
And also, I mean, if you really want to think about Ellen, I mean, we've been well, you're dead obviously, so I guess you've been unliving it with us, I guess technically, but
No,
I mean,
but he's
we
not dead though, and he was dead for sure. Definitely was dead.
Well, I mean, you were Owen's, victim. You were the first guy to go in the horror movie that's been this whole Benjamin saga, I guess. So
Alan Powell.
Well,
Alan Powell was the black guy
yeah,
in this.
I was gonna say the actual black guy died first. I think because again we haven't heard from Nimmer, but that was definitely one of the integral characters to die off that the audience actually had a liking towards.
That's the OGs. Well, I mean, future nobody's up there too. Let's be real. Let's give
Oh, for sure.
honor to the dead, whose
The
place I am
recently deceased.
taking. Yeah, the recently deceased. Oh shit. Oh man.
Sh- you shouldn't have doxed yourself, Colton. I mean, it literally happened in the same night too. So so
They were just waiting.
Is that future nobody?
Yeah,
yeah.
he officially came out with his real legal name.
Oh, like first and last name?
Yep.
Yep.
Colton.
Oh shit.
Colton
No, you don't have
Whitecock.
Yeah, White Shaft.
White cock, white shaft, white
Slap
dick.
into your shaft, Robert.
Oh. Al,
So
Al,
what do we?
Al,
Go
Alan,
ahead.
Alan should send Vlad to go find his body. So.
You need to find the location first, yeah. Because at least with Owen's house, it was kind of easy to track down. But he just said he was in the
No.
middle of Texas.
Yeah, dude. Alan. I mean, I knew exactly where he was. We already knew. Owen is so fucking predictable. We knew where he would kill and bury his first body. I mean, Alan knew that. I give that. That's all credit to Alan.
I had to
Prior
have a
to
contention
prior
plan.
to reanimation. Prior to reanimation.
Raymond says Nimmer has some stories to tell if he's not in Owen's fence post footings. Yeah, that's true. Well, I
I
mean,
didn't dig up. Listen, I got lucky. I literally digged up one. Digged up. I dug up one fence post, and there was Alan. I mean, there were many, like, incredibly crooked and offset fence posts down the line. Who knows what's underneath them?
well, did you check the trees at all?
No, man. I was on a mission. I knew exactly where I was going. Like I said, Alan had it all planned out. He knew where he'd be.
Yeah, well,
Was it get in, get out kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because who knows what time would Owen would be back with the new 5.57 round that he reloaded.
Well, no, listen, I stocked up with the 5.57 round before I went, and I could have taken the whole family out, but I was there for one specific purpose, and I have no intention to harm the family. I'm just saying I was in a position to do so over this short period of time.
I was in ethereal form, so this part I can't confirm, but I do believe it.
Right.
mm,
And then it was a long journey to the Lazarus pit, where Alan came back to life.
do they have Lazarus pits in Washington?
I
They keep the
mean,
politicians,
no,
right?
that's why it was a long journey, bro. We had to
So,
go like somewhere I don't even remember. I think we crossed both oceans. Both oceans. Twice. And then I don't remember. We ended up in the snow. And then it was a Lazarus pit, bro. That's where I don't know. I just went where the dude told me to go. He wore a robe. He looked legit. So I listened. And Alan's here, so I have frostbite. I
And
lost
deny the
3 of my
results.
I lost 3 of my toes. But you know, I never wanted to bring that up because I
so
don't care. It was worth
Al,
it.
so Alan,
Yeah.
have you heard anything more from the Screaming Man? As of late,
Only when I close my eyes. Just a
the
normal
What's that
routine.
dude's name? What, dude? Please remind me what that for smoke something about Truth Smoker. Is that who we're talking about?
no, no, I'm talking about the guy who goes, ha,
Uh,
Oh, Mersh, Moish.
yeah,
Moishi moishi.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, screaming dude. So,
Oh, okay, my bad. I misunderstood.
Yep,
although,
so did I. I
although
thought you were
we,
talking about the resurrection.
although we haven't, although we haven't heard anything from good old Smokes. So
Yeah, well, right. My bad for bringing that up, but I just
maybe, maybe,
True Smoker did used to scream, and he was you know kind of a weird dude. So screaming dude, whatever.
oh yeah.
He was getting banned like once a week, so. And justifiably so. Some of the stuff he put on there was like, come on, you're trying to get banned.
Hmm.
I think he is on Twitter.
Well, they'll allow
Hashtag
any
flat earth.
they'll allow anyone on Twitter basically. So
I don't know. Don't you dare.
well,
Um,
not anyone on Twitter anymore. I'm sorry about. I do stand corrected, but
Owen Owen Benjamin, Sammy, he got kicked from Twitter for defending trans children. They're not real, and Owen said so, and they banned him. That's what started his whole descent into this upward spiral. Don't you know?
okay. I have a different take on that. My take
Oh,
was I DM'd him on Twitter at one point when he was still on there and was like, "Hey, dude, you probably shouldn't be tweeting the N bomb so much. You're gonna get yourself banned." Oh, no worry, dude. I'll be fine. I dare Twitter to ban me.
yep.
Uh, oh, okay, dude. It's your funeral. 12
Well,
hours later. Why did Twitter ban me? I don't understand it. I did nothing wrong.
he learned from the likes of Steven Crowder and Alex Jones. Getting banned gets you publicity, and obviously, he's like a fart into a balloon. By comparison, to, like he, as far as the publicity he got from his quote unquote deplatforming, the motherfucker is still on YouTube. He got deplatformed like Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder got deplatformed. I mean, Alex Jones got deplatformed. Is the only person I know that has truly been deplatformed.
Alex Jones got deplatformed for merely existing. So,
On the
although,
internet for sure. Right, but that's my point. I'm sure he could still do some print without any real restrictions, but that's not the medium now.
oh
But
yeah,
the point that I'm trying to make though is that like uh I forgot because I'm really stoned. So go ahead, Sam.
all I was gonna say is, even though Alex is banned from Twitter, I recommend that you follow his son on Twitter, Rex Jones News. So, um, I mean,
That's his kid, right?
yeah, that's his 17-year-old kid who I think though the kid might be 18 now, but regardless, he kind of reminds me of like a younger version of Savage Sammy. So why am I t- why am I
Oh,
referencing myself in the third person? So
Savage Sammy. Oh, a younger version of the young dude that I talked to.
yeah,
That's
he
well, I mean, But you know, I don't know. Oh, I gotta remember what the point that I was fucking trying to make like a minute ago was that Owen. I feel like Owen got coached by somebody, whether it be Crowder, whether it be Joe Rogan, or whether it be like an amalgamation of what he gathered from what people told him and what he'd seen. That getting banned was a good thing, especially as a quote unquote conservative, which he's LARPed as being for, you know, almost a year now, at least a year now, um,
Who,
or
Owen?
more. Yeah,
More than that.
more than a year. Yeah.
It's been like 3 years now at this point. So
Really? Because I mean, I feel like there's clips from his fucking podcast like a year or 2 years ago
well,
at most that
maybe
he's talking about Hillary Clinton being hot or whatever.
yeah, or wait, maybe that was just 2 years ago then. So
Yeah, I think it was only 2 years ago, man. Either way, he flipped and he got coaching, and I seriously feel like it was from Steven Crowder because he gave all that credit to Crowder for the Christian bullshit that he claims to be. And I think that was him giving credit to Steven Crowder in a different. It's kind of meta, but I feel like he was. I mean, he gave credit to Crowder for the Christian thing, but not like for him actually being a Christian, but how to exploit the Christian base, if
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, that makes complete sense actually. Believe it or not. So
I mean, because just knowing again from the way that I perceive Owen and the way that I have perceived him for the majority of the time that I've been watching him at this point, like by a wide margin, um, he it just makes sense to me because the
yeah,
way that he turned. Because again, Crowder didn't back him up the way that he wanted him, the way Owen expected him to, just like Joe Rogan didn't back him up the way that he expected him to, even though he had him on his fucking huge, I mean, goddamn gargantuan podcast twice
no,
to try and,
three
like,
times.
was it 3 times? I thought it was only twice. What the fuck is wrong with me? Holy shit.
Well,
Uh,
don't feel too bad. I'll admit I'm a self-admitted like Joe Rogan fanboy, and I'm proud of it. So,
there's
and
nothing
that
wrong with that, man.
well,
I know many. Go ahead.
well, and like that's the other thing too is like Rogan has people on from like all like different backgrounds and like all different types of ideologies. Like he'll interview different people and like yeah at times he might be like more left on some issues and then on the same by the same token like a lot of liberals think that he's too right wing on stuff and I'm like well he's just a guy who interviews people and tries to get all sides but then
He's
like
pretty middle. He's about as middle as you could expect an adult human man to be. Like, and that's the thing. Like, that's what I think that's why he has so much respect and following because he's not perfect, but he does. I mean, as you mentioned, there's been several interviews that I can think of off the top of my head, or at least a couple. I shouldn't say several that were like really biased and really cringy to listen to slash watch. Um, but
yeah and I
for the most
mean
part, though, I do feel like But that's part of what makes it like a human thing, and that's why people like it because it's just Joe Rogan being Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's just a dude, and he's talking to somebody else who's another person about what they do. And Joe Rogan's just being Joe Rogan, sometimes getting stoned as fuck, sometimes drinking whiskey or whatever, but he's just he's just a dude. and he tries really hard to keep that up, and I can tell. And that's why I respect him. I don't watch like hardly any of his podcasts anymore. I watch anybody that he has that I find interesting, or that I know about, or that I'm interested in,
Yeah, I don't.
because I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, he just had Edward Norton. I haven't watched that, but
I
that one surprised me. I would like to watch that just to see what Edward Norton has to say,
yeah, I
because
just
I like
started.
him. And
I just started
go
that
ahead.
one. It's all about. It's basically like all about film and filmmaking and whatnot. So my point in bringing Rogan up though is like Owen was like thinking that like Rogan was like specifically like not inviting him back on and whatnot, and it's like it's like, well, no, Rogan's a busy guy, and like he was on like 3 times in 1 year too. Owen was. So like uh you know now I'm kind of having a stoner moment, but I guess my point is like Owen is so self-absorbed that like he just doesn't, he thinks everything revolves around him. So
Well, that's that 147 IQ, Sam. You just as a low IQ servant like me, I, we don't understand what our masters are doing, and we can't hope to. So we just need to toil and send our money to such and such Gig Harbor, Washington, et cetera, et cetera, which I can't
well,
remember.
I'm also
That's
wearing a very small hat,
Oh,
and
Sammy, you're fired.
I I'm literally wearing a small hat in on the stream. So you know
Are you
there's
still wearing? Wait, what is it? What is it called? It beret?
well, I was wearing a beret which was kind of big. Now I'm wearing like a driving cap backwards. So
I'm sorry for the beeping. My car.
it's okay. So yeah, and I mean people in the chat say that that Rogan's a shill. And look, I'm not saying that Rogan's not perfect. I'm sure he's not. But like that's the other thing too is I kind of borrow from a bunch of streamers that or I guess podcasters that I admire. So I take a little bit from each of their styles. You know, I guess the thing about Owen is he's been more of like a lesson in what not to do, more than anything,
Absolutely
I
right.
guess. So
Because listen, man, every artist, I mean, anything that can even be remotely connected to art over the past several centuries has come from somebody else. They've all taken from somebody else and
yep.
modified. You know what I mean? So, like, to take inspiration from another person, there's nothing to be ashamed about that.
To
I mean,
to
to
quote
literally mock it, or to literally steal is another thing. But to take inspiration from, there's nothing wrong with that, and to be inspired by, rather.
to quote the late Steve Jobs, who also stole this quote from Picasso. So I guess I'm quoting
Perfect.
Picasso. Uh,
Perfect.
Good artists copy and great artists steal. So let that be a lesson. Jones Townberry goes, Owen is a lesson in how not to be gay. Yeah, oh yeah, Johnny, and you were asking me about like putting on lipstick and singing earlier, so you were begging me earlier in the chat at the beginning of this stream, so I'm concerned about you, bud. I'm concerned that you've been watching too much Owen. So so uh did Apex just Oh, Apex went on mute for a sec. I see.
Like he just pulled up to wherever he was going.
Yep. So, I mean, Alan. Now, Alan is a completely original character. So,
True.
Alan has
Oh,
not.
sorry. No, I was legit taking a piss. I just didn't want to like overflow the stream with the sound of my piss in the toilet.
Well, Johnny's disappointed now. So,
Oh, well, Johnny can get over it. You know, Johnny got
Oh, did you
got
guys
my
see
dick pic.
Owen like kind of letting people peer behind the veil with his recent Instagram stream where he has the gray shirt on, talking about Fuentes and how to like infiltrate and ask the right questions?
I have not seen it yet, man. No, I haven't.
I saw the video from Johnny's channel today that where Owen basically called himself like Nick Fuentes' daddy. That's disturbing and weird and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really creepy.
yeah, dude.
But he was ranting about like how to like twist people's mannerisms and stuff and make like drive dissent. And it was funny to me because like he's like giving up his like own game plan of
Yep.
controlling the bears to the bears, and they don't realize it.
That's
Like they're not like,
amazing,
oh, okay,
dude.
if this guy is doing this to this person, maybe he might be doing it to. Oh wait, yeah.
That's amazing.
They
Because
don't
that's
rationalize though.
actually,
The bears that are bears now are incapable of rationalization, in my opinion.
dude. Oh man, what was it? I posted a video months ago. It was when I mean, shortly after I first started posting about repeated affirmations. That's what it was. He was talking about repeated affirmations. Owen was, and he kept saying, I can't remember exactly what it was because again, it was months ago, and there's been fucking I feel like thousands of Owen clips since then. Although it's more like hundreds. Um, but he was basically telling
Now I'm hearing something.
his, what's that? Owen was telling his audience about repeated affirmations, and he was explaining what he has done to them and what he will do to them. But you could only understand that if you understood what Owen was doing, kind of thing. With the repeated affirmation, with the moon, for instance, with we didn't go to the moon, we didn't go to the fucking moon, we didn't go to the moon, and now the Earth's flat, and I don't know all the other shit he does.
It's
But yeah, he's been doing that for a long time. So for him to come out and do it in that manner is pretty. That's pretty ballsy, I guess. I mean, it's stupid, really, for him,
Hello?
but he's an idiot.
you're back. You're back, Alan. So. You may be undead, but you're back. So.
Oh no, he's as alive gets.
True.
That was a guarantee.
I don't think I hear Apex though. Is he on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Apex is still here.
Reason I can't hear him.
Yeah, that.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Flat Earth.
I will leave and rejoin. Yes.
Jonestown says Flat Earth broke Owen's brain. Well.
No. Johnny Arcade, Eric Nimmer, and the DZ broke Owen Benjamin's brain.
Well, technically his mommy. Well, technically his mommy probably broke his brain, but let's
Oh,
not
that's
go.
fair. That's fair. No, that's you're that's that's you're right. I concede.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Um. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess Alan can't hear me still. Can he hear you?
Alan, can you hear
Yep.
me at least?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave, and then I guess just send me another call.
Yeah, or you can hang up and you could rejoin this one, I guess, because it created a new chat. So. All right. We have Apex back, and yep.
No, Bobby.
No, fucking Bobby is gone.
Shit.
I was
Well,
trying.
Sammy, it's just you and me, buddy.
I
It's
was
just
trying
the
to do
old
it.
intimate you and me.
I was trying to do I was trying to do a Boston accent. Fucking Bobby. So. Fucking
God
Bob.
damn it, Bobby. Well, shit.
Ah.
Colton Whitehead, Bobby Lagoosh, and Savage Sam. All right. Well, it looks like it's you and me.
I.
So, listen, I didn't actually get to watch your whole review on, since it's just you and me. I didn't get to watch your whole review on The Watchmen. What did you think about it
Have you
so far?
have you watched the Watchmen series?
I watched the first episode. That's all I've seen.
What? Okay, did you read the comic book?
Oh, there's Bobby. Hi, Alan. Can you hear me?
As Bobby Lugosi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Fucking,
Uh,
I got this fucking wicked bastard chicken here there.
oh shit. Now listen. We got the best chicken you ever heard of down here in South Texas. That's where it's at. I don't care what you got out there up north, you Yankees. I'm sure it's all right now. I'm sure it's okay. But you come down here and we'll burn your taste buds off in a good way. I don't know, man.
I'm sure. Uh, well, actually, I know for a fact that some of that Texas barbecue can burn your taste buds off. So.
That's the
Yeah.
Reaper powder. The Carolina Reaper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit good. It's great on tacos.
You know what? One of my guilty pleasures on YouTube is Hot Ones. I like watching people that I mean, I don't watch all of them, but I like watching people that I like, people I appreciate. Like, what's his name? Ron Swanson was just on there recently. It's funny. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah. My
Watching people eat hot shit.
my YouTube guilty pleasure is Sam the cooking guy. So he does like a lot of recipes, but he does it like in kind of like a funny, edgy way. So
I've never heard of it actually.
so
He used to
yeah.
have a TV show.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's out there in San Diego. So
That's what
yeah.
I know about him.
Well, and
My
then
hometown.
and then fucking Bobby the Goose Show had like a cooking, channel at 1.2, right?
Yeah,
That's true. So
that
fucking
goddamn
delicious
pellet
fucking
stove.
chicken. I don't care about the Texas chicken. I make the best fucking chicken here there.
Listen, cooking that New York strip on that pellet stove, you fucking Yankees. You don't know what the fuck he's doing.
He's not using no goddamn propane like a goddamn hillbilly.
Uh,
It's funny. What's funny is I actually only use charcoal. I fucking hate propane,
Yeah, I don't fuck with gas.
especially for steak. Yeah, fuck that, man.
Like the
I'll
wood
burn
because
some
it
carbon.
burns moist, so you don't have to worry about shit drying out as much.
Yep.
I cook fucking steak on a skillet with fucking butter and fucking garlic.
What a
I
shame,
age my own
Sam.
beef.
One
So.
day, one day your balls will drop, man. It's okay.
I definitely have cojones. So
I'm just
you
sorry, man. That
you
was
just
just a failed joke. I had more. I had more in my brain. It just didn't come out.
you just haven't seen them yet.
Yeah,
And
because you send your dick pics to Johnny,
well,
quote unquote, by accident.
well
Yeah.
he well he
Aunt Chloe likes to screen them. I'm kidding.
well Nat Cole would be the one to screen him probably. So
This one approved. This one, try a better angle. There you go. Approved.
so yeah, Jonestown Bear says the way Sam is holding that mic up to his lips is hot. Look, it's not my fault that the fucking mic needs to be like 3 feet in front of my, face to get a better sound. But yeah. So we've covered Owen and we've just about beaten that horse to death. I think we torched a couple other streamers.
Wait, can we talk about how awesome Philip Wave Radio is?
Yeah, we can talk about how awesome Philip is. And look, even if you like ROTC, it's still good satire.
Awesome.
So
It's awesome,
Great
dude.
satire, yeah.
Dude, yeah, that channel is awesome. It's one of the most consistently hilarious channels that I'm subscribed to. I'm not gonna lie.
I
One
haven't
of the
checked.
best sitcoms in the past decade.
I haven't
You
checked
can
out
quote
any of
me
their
on
other stuff yet, though. So, but I don't really need to. So,
I don't think there is anything else actually.
well, there's that like Ross Dog or Ian Ellis stream, but I haven't checked either of those out. So,
Oh yeah, there's a couple of those for sure. Yeah, I haven't listened to those yet. I would like to, but they're
and,
long.
and,
I dedicate all my streaming time to my Sammy and my faggot bears.
putting me in the same sentence as faggot bears just seems wrong. So,
Well, that wasn't my intention.
yeah, Philip Wave is awesome. So is Andy's random edits though. Andy's random edits
Dude.
has done some pretty great shit. So,
No, absolutely. I love Andy's random edits.
in fact, Andy's random edits was partially to blame for the I guess the brief, feud between. Not that Merch and I ever like a full-on feud, but I think he thought I was like trying to upstage him or something because, I defended Bobby Lagoosh over here, or Lagoosh, which get over it. But
Did Dad go against the king's rule?
But also, Andy's Random Edits did a spectacular edit of me where he claims that I am the new daddy of the night. So,
Night Daddy.
which, I mean, I guess I could maybe be that kind of maybe.
You're the
So
Night King.
I'm the weekend king for sure. So I'm like one of the only streamers that does streams on Saturday nights, right?
Bobby the Goosh.
Bobby Lagoshe.
Yeah, no, Sammy. I think. I mean, you're the only streamer that I watch on Saturday night, so I don't really know much of anything else. To be honest with you. I
Well,
mean, doesn't does Moish not do a stream on Saturday night?
Only if I piss him off.
Uh,
again, Bobby, this is
He's
why.
fucking Alan Powell. He's an ex-bear. He's a lunatic. Fucking shoot the guy. Just fucking kill him. I don't care. I don't know fucking anything about the guy. What do you mean? My name's fucking Moish.
Actually, a pretty good impression.
I actually just spit beer.
Gotta throw in the laugh.
That's the Philip Wave laugh, dude. I literally just spit beer on my dashboard. I'm gonna have to clean that before I go anywhere.
Yeah, Mr. Yuck Yuck, as I call him. So.
Mr. Yuck Yuck, who's that?
That's what I call Philip Wave's merch character because
yuck 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 yuck. Oh, dude, okay, I got you. That's amazing. No, dude, Philip Wave deserves a fucking every subscriber that ROTC has. Honestly,
wait,
because
12. So 12 pack here in the chat says he got banned. Banned from the Bears or banned from night from Evening Wave, I guess.
Sometimes the two go hand in hand.
Maybe.
yeah.
Say something that'll piss off Owen. It'll probably piss off Mersh as well.
Like I said, I'm not trying to start any feud because internet radio wars. I mean, here's the thing: internet radio wars and just radio wars in general are gay.
Yeah, I do it in good jest. I don't mean any. I don't want the guy to die in a forest fire.
Well, I mean, you
or a house fire, or like any real fire for that matter.
Or, get shoved under a fence, which, oops, too late. I guess that happened to you. So.
Yeah.
I mean, my whole thing is, look, anyone can come in to my, chat and, hang out as long as they're, respectable and, as long as they're not, completely, being jerks. But, that's the other thing is, Sam's Savages and, the DZ, what you have to understand is, I don't take internet communities, seriously, like some of these other, channels do.
Yeah.
I
a
like
lot of people like to think that if you watch more than 3 of their episodes, they own you in a form or sense.
Well,
dude, I have a totally random question for you guys, and I mean, I guess it's a series of questions technically.
Go for it.
Are you guys are familiar with Ethan Ralph, I assume, and the former Killstream when it was on YouTube?
I know of it, but I didn't really watch it.
No? Okay. Shit. Well, I guess that kind of puts a kink in my plans. Anyway, there was when they got banned from YouTube after all of their controversy with the writer at the Washington Post, I think it was.
Oh, that was those guys?
Yeah, the Asian chick, Asian author for, I believe it was Washington Post. I can't remember. I'm
Oh,
not sure.
that
Right.
oh, that person. Yeah, I okay. Yeah,
All right.
I know who you guys are talking. I just never really watched that many of like, Killstream or anything like that.
All right.
So,
So, when they got banned from YouTube, and not only did Ethan Ralph, the main host, get banned and the main channel get banned, but the two co-hosts, separate channels, all got banned at the same time. They were just like, "Fuck you guys, we're out." So there was like this point in time where they were deciding between D Live and Stream.me. Um, and eventually they ended up on Stream.me, where there was this there was this Canadian fella called he called himself People's Populist Press, and he he more or less dedicated. He kind of did what I do with Owen, but with Ethan Ralph. He just kind of dedicated himself to pointing out his nonsense and his hypocrisies. And at one point, he actually got arrested. He's in Canada. He got arrested for fucking like pushing a cop to the ground or something. And I
what?
mean, this was well over 2 years ago, I think. I mean, at least a year and a half ago. But I just noticed as we were talking just before I started this little thing here that he is streaming again. And but he also ended up on Ridiculousness on MTV. One of the most recent episodes, like a week or 2 weeks ago, he was on MTV, which I thought was pretty funny.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, the whole Ethan Ralph, Andy Worski, Mr. Medicare, Baked Alaska, Mundane Matt. That's where my whole internet history like really starts to take foot. I
Yeah,
mean, not really take foot. It existed before that, but that's where I really was like, "Whoa, holy shit! There's some crazy shit going on the internet that I could laugh at."
yeah, well, I mean, I kind of come from the old school of like podcasting, so the ones that really kind of influenced me were, Adam Carolla, really, then Joe Rogan, uh, Gavin McGinnis, who I still kind of, like, um, Milo, obviously. Uh, really, like, Owen was the first, like, really out there YouTuber who I guess, I followed for a brief period of time and then didn't, until he came after me. And now, like I said, I occasionally cover him. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Um, but yeah.
Well, like I've explained in a, a select few places, I literally have no social media whatsoever outside of my YouTube channel and my Twitter account attached to my YouTube channel. Like, so I don't. I mean, the internet is something that I use for entertainment, and it's actually one of the reasons I've been watching Mr. Medicare since he was uh, what's his name? The Internet Aristocrat.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who.
Mr. Medicare's like I love that dude, but just because it's what he does, what I do. He just broadcasts it, and it's only been recently that he's finally was like doxxed. And I mean, the dude makes thousands of dollars every time he streams. Not like that really matters, but it just shows his influence on people. I guess just people want to laugh. He's just laughing at furries and laughing at degenerate fucking retards on the internet.
Uh
Like
huh.
Owen, I feel like eventually, if Mr. Medicare stays on the internet long enough, he will end up on Owen Benjamin. He will have a fucking stream on the Bears, the Unbearables. There will be like a some sort of tragic mass murder or self-inflicted suicide or something, some Jonestown level event,
Probably.
Jonestown Bear level event.
Probably. I'm surprised he hasn't already, you know, had. Uh, I'm surprised he hasn't already done an Owen stream, to be honest. So.
Well, he's responded to super chats about Teddy Spaghetti and like several super chats in a stream. He's like, whoa, fucking, I'm gonna have to look into this, and I've never seen anything since then. So maybe we just need to, you know, I guess we would have to flood super chats for Mr. Medicare. But
Maybe after the porcelain documentary drops, the second one.
oh, dude, for sure, I cannot wait for that. Dude. Oh, I can't wait
That'd
for
be the
that.
perfect time to, flood him with the thing, because then he'd have, a pretty much like a something fresh to write off of it. Then
Yeah, man, absolutely. Oh, dude, that's good.
I'll wait for that either.
Yeah, it's. Um.
Hello? Can you hear me?
And Alan's dead again.
I am.
No, bullshit.
Oh, wait.
I am
Bullshit, Alan said.
Wait. We can hear you again. So.
I can't actually be killed until they find my organs that are hidden away in a tomb somewhere.
Then guess what? I am very crafty. So they're going to need some serious travel expenses to find all of your organs.
A lot of plane tickets.
Apex Gamma is John Wick.
I mean, I'm just Apex Gamma. I'm just a loser with a grudge and an internet connection.
But you.
But I totally revived Alan Powell. That's the one redeeming quality that I have in my existence. I'm not gonna lie.
But you're the
I will.
apex of all the gammas.
That's
So.
right. That's right. I'm what all gammas aspire to be.
For
You can
All
only
sure.
gammas are beneath him.
they can only dream. I am the apex of the gamma. It's it's arguable that it's a quality to be proud of, but you know what? Own what you are. Fuck you guys.
I don't. You know. Gamma, Delta, Bear, Spurg, whatever. There are all sorts of names, out
Well,
there.
I think the way I look at it is Vox Day had the audacity to go and start classifying people, uh, and he did it in such a manner. And I mean, I read it. I didn't. It's helpful to a degree, but the way that it's being leaned on by by him in particular, but both him and Owen, is like it's uh it's just not it's not real. it's it's kind of a made up thing. It's like you and a group of your friends make up a word to call people that are blank, and then more and more people within your school as you as you're in sixth or 7th grade call people of this blank this word. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, no, you go talk to somebody from a different state, a cousin or a relative, they have no fucking idea what you're talking about. So when I even when I say the word gamma to people, they're like the radiation that's like super deadly. Like, no, it's like
Hulk?
a yeah, like right, like the Hulk. Like, so my one of like my back burner thoughts is to like rearrange the to, you know what, like Owen thinks he's gonna take the Bears, quote unquote, the Bears back from the gays. I'm gonna take Gamma back from Teddy Spaghetti. I'm not gonna do it, just like Owen's not gonna take Bears back from the gays, but you know what? I'm gonna try.
No, in fact, the gays are gonna take the Bears back from Owen.
That's
Well,
the truth.
and then the
That's
gays,
the truth.
and then the
That's
gays.
actually way more likely if it hasn't already happened.
Well, and then the gays are gonna take Owen too, if they haven't already.
Oh, dude, the gays took Owen a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
He just
totally.
he's just refusing. That's what all this mania is. He's fighting. He's
The gay
writhing.
away and
He's
running
just
away from it.
yeah, dude. He is just fighting. So
You can't
I'm
catch
not
me, gay
fucking gay.
thoughts. You
Just
can't
because
catch me, gay thoughts.
I'm not the gay one, you're the gay one.
Well, ultimately, ultimately, what Owen wants, what I realized, and Johnny, I know this is going to freak Johnny out a bit, but Owen wants Johnny to be his dad.
Well, I mean, he thinks he's Nick Fuentes' dad.
I was gonna say that's gonna be some sort of weird, twisted kink dungeon. They got Nick Fuentes, and then Owen, and then Johnny.
No, Johnny's not going to, Johnny's obviously not going,
You mean like
Johnny's,
his actual dad?
Johnny,
Like his role model? Like Owen, you need to.
yeah, that's what, yeah, that's what he wants from Johnny. Now, obviously, Johnny's not going
That
to
actually makes a lot of sense. That's
now
why he's so mad at him.
now obviously Johnny's not going to oblige because Johnny has a real life and and for those of you who misheard, I said real life, not real wife. Although maybe, I mean, I don't know what Johnny's love life is like, but he could probably get a few good looking ladies where he's at. So, but regardless, Owen wants a strong male role model, and he sees, I think he sees Johnny as that role model, uh, in a way. But Owen's also like a teenager who just won't listen. He's not even like a teenager. He's more of like a pre-teen.
About what he is mentally. I mean, he can't
So
comprehend simple physics. Like anything about that has more than two factors applying to an outcome, he's like, I just don't get it. Tell me the answer.
yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's a widower. Actually, he pushed his wife down the stairs.
Yeah, I just saw what you typed too, and Apex, and that is false. Now, it might be the other way around, in which case it's not happening. But yeah. In all seriousness, though, Johnny brings up a good point. Owen just idolizes guys who don't take shit and aren't afraid to tell someone to get effed. Yeah, pretty much. Uh, Sam can handle a star tumbling. Guess that's a pass. Well, I mean, uh, what are we classifying as stars? Like, Hollywood actresses? Because a lot of them are meh.
Porn
So,
stars.
oh, yeah,
Porn stars.
porn stars.
You know, it's fucked up. I hate porn stars. Like most porn stars are fucking like they just most of them just look gross. But I like women in real life that look like porn stars. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Maybe
it
maybe that doesn't
does.
make sense.
Yeah, it does.
Boors.
I I just I don't know why that was a thought, but that's legit. There's
W-
like it's not there's like the librarian cashier at the gas station that you go to every once in a while or regularly
We
or
just
like
we just got our first dislike, boys. Hi, Chuck. So,
what I see 4 likes and 0 dislikes. Ouch. God damn it.
well, now we're up to like 11 likes and 1 dislike.
Aw, poor little sweet bear.
Someone got offended.
So,
Oh man. So Sam, tell me what's up with this impeachment, bro. What's the deal?
the Dems are gonna try and impeach, but they're not gonna do shit.
No?
At least I hope not.
Another nothing burger.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think Alan actually, right when I joined the call, was pointing out, oh, like, so close to the end of his first term. Why would they be pushing so fucking hard for impeachment? Why wouldn't they be putting that effort into a candidate that might be suitable for replacement? You know?
Because the candidates all suck ass, and everyone knows it. So, Tulsi was like the one semi-decent Democrat, but she's not gonna make it.
Yeah, I kind of like Tulsi.
Well, we all kind of like Tulsi. Haha. So, we're white straight males here, folks. We're the worst, of the worst. So,
The real revenge of the cis.
mm-hmm. What?
Whoops.
Yep. I guess we could go with that. Except I don't know what I would name my show. I would probably name it like I have to admit that's a pretty clever show name, but um I don't know. I would have named it something lame like Sammy's Pub Chat or something like that. So
Yeah, I'm in favor of the lame over like trying to be overly cool. Like just be funny, man. You know, that's what makes the world go round, in
mm-hmm.
my opinion.
Yeah. Point of privilege says I like Tulsi. I saw her butt in gym footage. Oh yeah, I mean I know that there is a subreddit dedicated to Tulsi, which has become quite interested. So interesting. So
What's your stance on red flag laws?
Well, well, that's where I have to get off the Tulsi train. So that's where she should really meet Vlad. So
That's true. Yeah, take her shooting. She'll fall in love with it. And be like, oh, I don't want to ban these things.
probably not Jen goes fucking dudes. So don't worry.
Yeah, I mean that's all it would take for Tulsi is for fucking a couple of rounds to get fired in her general vicinity, and some upstanding American fucking Alan Powell citizen to stand up and put that motherfucker down for them to be like, oh shit, okay, well,
You what we need is Alan Powell for president.
Robot form. Yeah, in 2024.
Yeah, Alan Powell for president 2024. So, so with
Can Sam Whitfield be the VP?
I don't think
Very possible.
I don't think I'll be 30 yet though. So no.
Oh well,
I'd have to
I'm
change some rules.
I'm already way past 30, so
Yeah, you're 31. That's good enough. So
no, I'm actually 32. I'll be 33 pretty soon. Next month.
well, 33 is still, a good age. So
Age of the
I mean,
Freemason.
you know what? To be running the country, you're goddamn right. It's a good age. Second handing to my reanimated corpse best friend that I have never met prior to our election, Alan Powell.
Got a Secretary of State job.
You have no idea the good we could wreak or the havoc we could cause.
First, we abolished the IRS.
fuck yes,
Secondly,
please.
we abolished the NFA. Third,
Can we abolish the TSA?
top Senate spending money in Israel.
Ding,
The rest,
ding,
you'll
ding.
have to vote for me to find out.
Right. That's right. Keep them guessing, man. I'm just your backup.
You can already hear the presidential music.
Let's do this. We can make Johnny Arcade the if I were president I would make Johnny my press secretary. But instead of him actually like coming out and saying stuff, I would just have like it be like Johnny Arcade videos. Just like explaining policy and whatnot. So
Man.
and Johnny would have to wear the hoodie still.
And the
That's his
bandana.
trademark.
And the
The hoodie and the
bandana.
And we'll have to have the Mario coin thing, before every speech.
Yeah. So start with the Mario bling, the coin bling. Listen. Oh, that would be amazing.
I would put Owen in Guantanamo Bay just for my amusement. So
You'd probably like it.
Oh, yeah.
Water? Yes, please.
Oh, you mean I get a workout in a lunch period with 100 other men that are like testosterone fueled and sex deprived? Please.
Only one with soap on a rope that drops it.
he 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 probably he probably he probably would. He probably would. So God, Owen would hate if I became president. So
I would at least have
I
him tried
know.
for his crimes.
Listen, I know a lot of people that would hate if I became president. Let's be real. I mean, Owen is one of them, but
well, I mean, if you became president, Texas would become like the country of the new. It would become like the capital of the country. So
yeah,
in
yeah.
fact, we would probably like rename the country like New Texas or something like that.
New
Yeah,
Texas.
that's probably true. North Texas, East Texas, West Texas,
United Texan
South
States.
Texas. United Texas States. Oh, I love it.
The
It's
United
perfect.
States of Texas. So
Yep, that's just as good. You know what? Um, I actually I'm less stoned, but I'm more drunk now. But I'm gonna tell you a short story about this fight that I got into when I was in my freshman year in high school. Uh, this Mexican kid. I was living in Oklahoma at the time, which is not that far north of the border. Um, but yeah, this I got in this fist fight with this Mexican kid in the halls of my school, and this is seriously one of my proudest trash talking moments in my whole life, like IRL. Is he had like six fucking friends behind him, and I had nobody. It was just me and nobody. There was a bunch of people watching, but I told all of them to remember the Alamo because we technically lost the Alamo. But if you're familiar with the story, or if you research the story, not very many uh, American men held that fort against, an overwhelming force, which I mean, yeah, we lost, but which again, in the scenario in which I said it, I would have lost the fight because there was like fucking seven dudes. But I don't remember the exact percentage off the top of my head, but um, you know, I don't remember why I even started telling the story. Uh, remember the Alamo
yep.
was the point.
Amen. So God bless Texas.
God bless America.
God bless Texas and America. So
God bless Tex America.
Only those.
God bless God bless Tex Laura, which would be Texas and Florida combined.
Well, wait. I'm pretty sure my reanimated friend is on the opposite coast.
Oh yeah, about that, Alan. Here
Uh-oh.
so here's the thing. I'm going to air vac you in a and a select number of like family and friends that I have out in California. I'm going to air vac you out of California before I drop like a huge nuclear bomb, at least on or maybe not like a huge one, but like just enough to take out Los Angeles and Hollywood. So
A tactical nuclear bomb. Let's just call it that.
yes,
As
and
long as it has less than a 70-mile blast radius, I'll be fine.
and for those of you on YouTube freaking out, oh my God, relax, folks. It's a comedy podcast. We're doing satire here. So
Shut
FBI
down.
agents are all like, "We got him!"
Yeah, right. They're done. It's over. Sammy's done.
They're
Yeah,
like whispering into their shoulder.
yeah. To which I would say,
Abracadabra!
if they were to burst in here, I would say, hey, guys, have you checked out this Owen Benjamin dude and like watched any of the stuff that he's said?
We're
So
not at liberty to
Yeah.
comment on that.
If they were my soldiers, they would be saying, "Sir, get the fuck down on the ground right now."
mm, so
there would be no negotiating. But
Should be.
you know
that
what? Most of my parentage was born in Germany in the early late 30s. So
most of my
what?
heritage was born in Ireland on my dad's side, and then I'm a WAP on my mom's side. So
I'm from Spain.
you
It's
well,
true though.
Bullshit. You're from the fatherland.
From
well,
Mother Russia as well.
Oh shit, man. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I think I'm gonna get out of my car though. My back hurts. Oh, I just
yeah.
broke my vape.
Geez, we've almost gone 3 hours on this one stream.
Bullshit, I ain't been here for 3 hours. Maybe Alan
Yeah,
and
close
Colton
to it.
Well,
White Cock or whatever.
Colton almost took like 45 minutes to show up here. So
Oh, so Alan's once again the hero among cowards. Am I hearing that right?
yep, pretty much.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not forgetting you, Sammy, of course, the host of the Heroes.
I can I I'm
Host
also
of
a hero
heroes.
among cowards sometimes.
I would
So
agree. I would agree with that. Absolutely.
so
So,
I
you know
mean
what? What's up?
I was just gonna say that Johnny has fucking tungsten steel cojones to to really like you know to do what he has done, like documenting Owen actively when he's gotten death threats from the Bears. That's impressive. So
Guys, he's a dog
Um,
walker.
Johnny Arcade is a dog walker. And listen, I called his work, and you know what? I don't get people fired. I know people that call people and get people fired, but I don't get people fired. And I could have, listen, I could have gotten Johnny Arcade fired from his dog walking job, but I don't do that. And I tell people that do that not to do that. But, but I mean, they do that. But Big Bear, I promise,
but
it's all in.
Big Bear.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard, man.
it, it
I got his
doesn't.
mom's address. I got his address. Got his social security number. I'm gonna open a credit card accounts in his name.
I know his first name, I know his middle name, I know his fucking third name, and I know his girlfriend's name.
You never
His
believe
mom,
this. You know
his
how his
mom,
channel name is Alan Powell? His name is Alan Powell.
dude, listen, his mom
It's the
totally
same
blew.
guy.
I did a Google search of his YouTube channel, and listen, his name is Alan Powell. You know what's the best part about that is that's what I was saying when after Owen murdered you. was that I was commenting it everywhere. Was that his name is Alan Powell? I'm pretty sure I said that in my traveling to you video. His name is Alan Powell
Well,
because
I think that there's a valuable lesson to learn here. And once again, Owen has really helped. For all of Owen's faults, God bless him. He's really helped me realize something, which is at the end of the day, we are all Alan Powell. So,
well, we are as much
I'd like to
Alan
live in a
Powell.
world where every American is at least a little bit Alan Powell.
Well, we are all Johnny Arcade as well. Let's not forget.
well,
It would
no, well, yeah,
a little
but
bit of Alan Powell, a little bit of Journey Arcade, a little bit of Apex, a little bit of Sammy, a little bit of Monica by my side.
ah, yep. Well, I mean, Owen literally thinks that everyone is um is Alan Powell though. That's the funny thing.
He thinks everyone is Johnny Arcade. Now,
Now they'll probably think that everyone's Savage Sammy or something.
Alan Powell tried to poison my family.
Guys,
that
I
guy that guy that drove to my house, and he only because he turned around is the reason he's not dead right now. The guy that clearly never even left his hometown that was driving to my house and made the most perfect troll video. Guys, I can't remember his name. Johnny Arcade, I'm pretty sure. Johnny Arcade. Yeah, he's probably dead because everybody that goes against me ends up dead. Most of the time I don't kill them, but I mean, that's just usually what happens because they're evil. And that's what happens to those that oppose me. I don't know. Something like that.
yeah, it's like I said, this whole internet thing is just weird. I I never thought I would go from like commenting about like, politics and the elections to commenting on this. But here we are. I mean, and I guess that's what happens when the internet and politics collide with each other. So,
I
yeah.
have, you know what? I have a completely non political related question for you, Sammy. And
Uh
I probably should know the answer to this if I paid any attention to Twitter. But um, what did you think? What did both of you think about El Camino?
I fucking loved El Camino. So,
You did.
But
yeah.
it was pretty good. And it trailed
Well,
off towards the end.
Yeah, it
to
was.
be honest with you, at first I was so excited. I was so excited for it. But the longer I watched it, the more I realized, or the more I felt that it was like unnecessary, man. Like everything happened basically the way I thought it would, or I expected that it would, rather. And it was just like, I mean, it was nice to see the characters again, no doubt. But it was just like, it just felt, I felt like, I mean, I kind of blame myself, I guess. But I feel like I overhyped it a little bit because it was good and I loved it. And I love Vince Gilligan and I love, what the fuck's his name? Pinkman, whatever the fuck his
Aaron
name is.
Paul.
Aaron Paul, yeah. Duh. Um, I just, yeah, I mean, like towards the end, I'm like, man, uh, well, especially once it was over, I'm like, man, I don't know that that was worth it. I
Especially
liked
with
it. I liked it, but I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know what I was. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess. I don't know. Seriously, what, like, looking back, what was I expecting?
Yeah,
What else could have happened?
I'll have to watch it a second time. Because I mean, maybe it was nostalgia goggles that I was viewing in the first time around. So
Yeah, yeah. That, I mean, that could be too.
I mean, that's kind of like me with True Detective too. I loved the first season of True Detective.
Me
Se-
too.
Season 2 I just couldn't get into. And season 3 was okay, I guess. So,
Yeah, no. Season one was exceptional. That's just some of the best TV that I've ever seen.
oh yeah, it absolutely was, exceptional. So, let's see.
Yeah. Well, let's see. It's after 1. I gotta work in 5.5 hours. So I'm gonna get off this here call, fellas. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for having me, Sammy. As
Oh,
always.
oh, you're welcome. I think I'm gonna shut down this stream too, actually. So,
Wonderful. Well,
uh,
then if you're gonna do that, then I'll stay till the end. I'm not gonna go early.
all right. Well, thanks to both you and Ellen for joining me, and thanks to Colton for stepping in as well, and suggesting I do this stream, even though you showed up 45 minutes late, and then you bailed on me at the end of like the first hour. But what can I say? I really do like Friday into Saturday morning streams, and so I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who joined in the chat. Thanks to Fat Kickboy once again for the donation, and thanks to all of you who are supporting the show on by subscribing to the audio podcast as well. I really appreciate it, and I think I'll be back for a Saturday evening stream, but I don't know. This depending on if I can find any more content. This may be the Saturday show. So, just thanks for tuning in, everyone, and yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, guys, and God bless, and God, freedom, legacy in that order, and thank you for tuning in. God bless.